Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you are having a great day. Now today, we are going to be unboxing and reviewing the VEVOR RC car. Now yes, you heard me right. This here RC car is made by VEVOR. Now, it doesn't say anywhere on the box that it's made by VEVOR, but it is made by VEVOR. I'm going to put a link to where I got this down in the description. I first found out about this on the TikTok shop, but I got it off of Amazon. Now, if you don't know what VEVOR is, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. It's either VEVOR or VEVOR. No clue. But pretty much they make anything home, garden, or tool related. And they're like a Chinese company and they make stuff super cheap. And apparently they make some pretty good products. I have not tried any of the stuff myself, but they do get some pretty good ratings and reviews online. So I'm super excited to dig into this RC. I was super excited when I saw that they started making RCs, and I knew I wanted to get one on the channel since I'm starting to do more RC stuff. They make a whole bunch of different RCs. Is that on the bottom? Oh, I just knocked something over. As you can see, these are all the RCs that they make. This is the one I got. I do believe this is the smallest one they make. I think this is the biggest one they make. I'm not exactly too sure. The one I got is this one, but in a different color. So we're going to open it up. We're going to take a look at the box, see what some of the specs are. And yeah, enough yapping. Let's open it up. Okay, I lied. We're going to look at this real quick. So this one right here says big wheel, metal shocks, 2.4 gigahertz radio system, which is pretty much normal. 1/14 full scale four-wheel drive. So this is actually the only four-wheel drive RC car that I have at the moment. I was going to say my first four-wheel drive RC car, but I have had an X-Max before. So I'm not going to lie. I'm very impatient, so I've already opened it to look at it, but I packaged it just the same. Now, first things first, we got the boring stuff. We got, I think this is a heat shield thing, whatever the hell you call it. We've got, I think, some tools and a charger in here. Let me open this up real quick. So this is what was inside that little package. This right here is definitely the charger. You have a spur gear, which is actually pretty cool. It's plastic. And then you have not two, but three different pinion gears, it looks like. I have no clue what's in here. It kind of looks like extra nuts and bolts, but it comes with some tools, a wrench. The Traxxas cars usually come with a little wrench like this, so this is pretty cool. This fits the rustler as well. A little screwdriver. I'm probably never going to use this. And a little brush to clean it off. I don't know what the hell you're supposed to use this for, but it is really funny. I'm going to open this up real quick. All right, so it looks like some extra wheel nuts. I think those are the wheel nuts. Some extra screws, whatever the hell this is. And a whole bunch of body hold-down clips with the really nice rubber handles on them. I'm super happy because I'm going to use these on the Rustler most likely. So we're going to scooch this over to the side. And some proof that it is a VEVOR RC car is the pamphlet right here. VEVOR Tough Tools half price. So yeah, they're pretty much a tool company. An all-terrain remote control off-road truck. Bunch of boring shit. I'll go through this off camera. You guys don't care about this. One thing, this is actually the camera that I usually film on. It's a Canon EOS M50. I'm actually on my phone right now because my phone quality is actually so much better than this. So let me know if you prefer the phone quality over this quality of this camera. But let's unbox this hoe. Get out the box, bitch. Ooh. So we have, oh, oops. We have the remote. I think that's all that's in this box. So get out of here. Get out of here. Here we have the main attraction. Now she torque a little bit. Damn! Now the springs in here are like, there's no oil in the shocks. It's literally just a spring, I'm pretty sure. So it is very, very bouncy. But this is a truck right here. It's a nice little truck, I will say that. Here's the remote you get. It does not come with batteries. There's batteries in here now because I put some in because, like I said, I'm impatient. I already opened it, but this thing's actually pretty cool. It has a speed setting, so you can turn the speed up and down, and then the steering, you can turn up and the trim for the steering. But let's pop the body off this bitch real quick. All right, so this is what we're looking like. So you have the steering servo right here. You have, I'm guessing this is your ESC. Actually, it's the ESC and the receiver combined into one. And then you have the motor here. It's a brushless motor. Oh, there's a little spider. Do you see the little spider? Just gonna focus. Okay. So apparently this is brushless. Usually when it's open, like you have an open gap in it, it means it's brushed. But anywho, you have the little tie-down strap. It's more like an Arma tie-down strap for the battery. You have the little lithium-ion battery. It comes with two, I believe. Maybe not. Maybe I just lied. I think I lied. It comes with one. And yeah, you have shocks all the way around. You have a little wheelie bar in the back. Like I said, it's 4-wheel drive. So you have the, can this get the fuck out of the way? Got the metal drive shaft. It's got full wishbone suspension, front and rear. Like I said, it's 4-wheel drive. It's got some nice little off-road tires on it. I think I said wheelie bar. It's got a little wheelie bar. I don't know if it's gonna do wheelies. And another cool thing is it comes with lights up front, this big old front off-road bumper. Now everything does feel very flimsy, but sometimes you do want the plastic to be a little bit flimsy. You don't want it to be too rigid because if it hits something, it has room to flex instead of just snapping and breaking. But it does have a full plastic chassis. That's good. Usually with bashers, you want a plastic chassis because like I said, it flexes. Instead of metal, just bends and breaks. But this suspension is really funny. But yeah, the suspension is super, super loose. Yeah, let's plug this thing in and see what it's got. All right, she's all plugged in. Let's hold this down. I think she's on. Let's turn this guy on. Ooh. So we got that light up front. It is almost dark out, or it's kind of dark out, so we're gonna see how that light is. Servo's actually pretty fast. That's surprising. We're gonna see. Well, I think the speed's all the way up. Yes, it is on max speed, so. That is weird. There's no brake on the motor. So if you just hit the trigger and then let go, it keeps rolling. Usually it'll stop itself. All right, so we've got it outside now. Let's see what she's got. See if I can record. See how it just like rolls away? That's really funny. Oh. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to record with one hand. See if I can set you guys up here. Cyclone. I think the battery's already dying. I did not charge the batteries at all, so. Oh. All right, yeah, I think the battery's dying. So let me go charge the batteries and then we'll be back. All right, so we got it back inside. I'm charging the batteries. I got the little heat shrink thing on. It literally just sits on here. I don't know how hot this motor is really gonna get. Another thing is apparently this thing has a protective film on it. So we gotta take that off. All right, it's gonna be real satisfying for all you ASMR girlies out there. All right, no more protective layer ready to destroy this beautiful body. One thing I did not mention is how cheap this thing was. I got this for, I think, 90 bucks off of Amazon. Like I said, I'm going to put a link in the description to where I got it. But for a ready-to-run RC car that is brushless, has a pretty semi-fast steering servo, I think it's well worth the money. I'm not going to say that just yet because we have to actually go and bash this thing once the battery is completely charged. But it is a cute little, I guess, first starter RC, or if you want something smaller to just like mess around with, super cheap. I don't know if you can buy replacement parts for this particular model. I'm guessing you can because all the parts have parts numbers in the catalog right here. So I'm going to stop yapping and we're going to get back to bashing this thing once the battery is done charging. All right, so I did not wait to fully charge the battery because I'm just way too impatient. But one thing I didn't mention as well, I'm pretty into the RC review stuff, so bear with me, guys. I watch a lot of RC review videos, but I've never filmed one before. This right here is a 7.4 volt, so I believe that would be a 1S battery. I'm not exactly sure the conversion. Let me know in the comments if I'm horribly wrong on that. I very well could be, because this isn't a nickel metal hydro battery or whatever, however you pronounce that. It is a lithium ion, so it is a LiPo. So I think it's a 1S. I don't know how many cells. I'm guessing 2, because there's 2 of these guys in here. I'm not sure. I don't know how batteries work. We'll figure it out eventually as we go on. But another cool thing about this is when you turn the transmitter on, you see how this light blinks while it's waiting to connect to your controller. The headlights, or the little lights in the bumper, also flash. And as soon as you turn the controller on, those stop, and that stops. So let's get this thing outside and rub it around in the dark and see what those headlights do. All right, so as you can see, the headlights are on. Sorry for the horrible glare. They're decently bright. One thing I don't like about this controller is the toggle for the steering is kind of horrible, and it moves when you're moving your finger like this back and forth. It accidentally hits the switch time, and then the steering's already bad enough. I found a use for this stupid little thing. My kitty loves it. Grayson loves it. Let me see your head. Oh, you like that? That feel good? Clean you up. Bless you. Bless you. Brush your teeth. Brush those teeth. Brush those teeth. Oh. Okay, we're not gonna eat it. All right, so we've had our first breakage. As you can see down in here, I've attempted to super glue the steering servo arm on because there was a very tiny spring and then there was a very tiny screw in there that held it in. The screw broke, so the steering barely worked because the entire thing shifted before it actually turned the tire. So what I did is I got the spring off of a two-wheel drive Rustler slipper clutch, and then I got a longer screw and I tightened it all down, and now it works probably better than it did factory. All right, so as you can see, tires actually turn now. Oh, they're getting a little stuck. It's very hard to steer this thing with one hand. Oops. Definitely does not do the best on grass. Oh, long grass. These tires do pretty freaking good on like grass and gravel and dirt and stuff, but the second they touch concrete, no grip. I'm not even turning it. Ooh. She's a little bit stuck. Oh. Damn. Shit is so hard to drive with one hand. I think the battery is already dying. That's the only bad thing about this thing is the battery sucks. Steering's off. I would love to bring the Rustler up here. It's my first time up in this park. It's literally like a 2-minute walk from my house, but I've never been here. And it's actually a really nice park. There's literally no one here right now. Yeah, it definitely is dying, which sucks. All right, so the battery pretty much died, but I have the charger with me with a portable charger, and I have it plugged in charging while it is on and running. So we're gonna see how this works out. Hopefully it doesn't like blow up. All right, got it all shoved in there. Ooh. One-handed driving time again. Flippage, come on. I literally have like no steering, guys. Uh-oh, I lost all power. I think it's dead. I think it's dead. No. Let's see. I literally have no steering, so I have to steer it with my foot. Come on. But it seems like it's made out of like pretty durable plastic. It's not breaking. It doesn't have enough power to break itself. Oh, there's a bench over here. Yeah. All right, so what do we think about the VEVOR RC car? Let's put the controller down. Let's take all the pins out. Like I said, I've been bashing it around. I don't know how much actual good content I got because I don't have anyone to record with me, and it's hard to record and drive at the same time. Loki forgot this was in there. Let me unplug this. But yeah, it has decent power once it's fully charged. The battery does not last that long at all. That is one downside, but it is an extremely tiny little battery. So it makes sense. And I looked into it, and because I remember I said I didn't know too much about the battery. This is a 2S 2-cell LiPo. So a little more techno babble with that. But the shocks are pretty garbage. The rear are extremely loose, the front are extremely tight, but like if you just want something to like cheap to bash around with, I mean, I guess that's okay for having really garbage shocks. Yeah, the main thing is the servo on this thing absolutely sucks. It is horrible. I'm gonna see if I can get a better servo and put it in here because I think it's just not strong enough, or strong at all. It probably has plastic gears in it. So I'm gonna get a nice servo and put it in this, and maybe in another video we'll take this thing back out and bash it some more, maybe get a bigger battery, maybe put a bigger motor in it, and see if we can actually break it, because I haven't been able to break it so far. But like I said, this is just a cute little RC to go out, buy super cheap, bash it around a little bit. If you want to see me do a full torture test on this thing where I absolutely beat the shit out of it until something does break, we can throw a better servo in here, maybe a bigger, longer life battery, and then I'll torture test it. This is just a little review. But let me know what you think about the RC car stuff. I'm starting to do a lot more RC car stuff. I'm really getting back into RC cars, and I'm super excited about it. So let me know what you think about the RC car videos. Don't worry, I'm not going to neglect the regular car content. We're going to do a mix of both. And yeah, let me know if you want to see the VEVOR RC back on the page. We can do a torture test on it. We can fully send it down all those stairs. I can put a bigger servo in it, like I said, but I'm just yapping. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you in the next one. Peace.